Hey everybody, Karen from Ask the Spirit Guides. I hope you're doing well tonight or tomorrow or today, depending on when you're listening to this. I have an exciting Ask the Spirit Guides session today, and we are going to talk to Jimmy Carter. Perhaps we're going to ask for permission. I already did earlier today. I did a quick short. I did it live asking you, I asked my SGs if we could talk with Jimmy Carter because it hasn't been that long since he passed. I think 13 days. Did he pass on the 29th of December? So a little bit longer than 13 days. Today is January 13th, 2024. And there's mixed messages out there in the spiritual community in terms of like how long somebody would need, to transition. And that's not surprising because, there are many, many ways to perceive the world, to perceive the afterlife, all that kind of stuff. So we're just going to ask. And if my spirit guides say it's okay today and they call Jimmy in, then we're good. Okay? They wouldn't do it unless they were comfortable doing that. Okay. And he wouldn't come anyways if he wasn't comfortable doing it. So this is fun. I have, let's see, how many questions? We have 20 questions. They came specifically from you guys, from these Ask the Spirit Guides community. And none of these are mine. I might add a few questions just to clarify if I need to, or if I get interested in something. I didn't really remember Jimmy Carter that much. It's funny to me that we call him Jimmy Carter though. And, like not President Carter. Like I've never heard anybody call him President Carter as a kid. And I think that's out of respect. I really do. You know how people have like, it just depends on what people call, like we call 45 Trump and all these other things. That's not out of respect, right? Don't mind me. I just had some lentil soup. You think I would check that before I got on film, but not this one. You would think. Okay. So, so I just wanted to tell you real quick that my husband was just telling me a story of how he waited in his small hometown along the Mississippi River when he was young. And Jimmy and Rosalind, it's Rosalind, right? Yeah, Rosalind. Came down the Mississippi on probably one of those chuggers, whatever those are called. And I don't know, they came down on a boat and stopped in his hometown. And he told me something about it. And I wish I could remember what he said, but he already went to bed. So I can't ask him. I think he said he was disappointed by something. And I can't remember what he told me, which was just like 2 days ago. I don't think I was listening very well because I would have remembered, but I remember him saying he was disappointed, but now I can't remember the specifics about it. So something that Jimmy did, he was very nice, but maybe he didn't get to shake his hand or something like that. I don't know. But it made me for the first time think of my husband. We've been married for 33 years. Is it 33? Which is amazing since the 3-3. Since 1992, so you guys can do the math. I don't even know how many years it's been. Anyways, it for the first time since I've known him, since 1987 is when we met. It's the first time I ever thought of little Jim, and my husband was named Jimmy. He's James, but he's Jim, but they called him Jimmy when he was growing up, because there was other Jims in his friend group. So he was Jimmy. I've never called him Jimmy. But anyways, so I just thought that was interesting. I've never thought of my husband as little Jimmy, like waiting for, doing anything actually. And I've been to his hometown lots and lots of times. So it was kind of cute, but all right. So if you guys are new, if anyone's new here, hello. So I would recommend, if you're wondering what's going on with these, is that you start with the Start Here playlist that's in the channel. Okay. That'll answer all of your questions. I do validation so you can see what this is all about. And there's some videos in there about spirit guides in general, answering a bunch of questions about spirit guides. And the last thing I'll say is introduction, that we read every comment, even though there's thousands and thousands of them. I have a team there's 3 of us, my sister Marcia and my nephew Lob, who is Marcia's son, and myself work on the comments. And we basically, they mostly do pull the questions. Actually, I don't pull in any of the questions. They do all that. And so you can leave any questions you want in any video, and we add them to lists. And then when we get enough questions, we do one of these. Okay. All right. So before we get started, my sister put on the sheet here that there's words from the Ask the Spirit Guides community. And I think it's words to President Carter. And I think once I call him in, I'm going to tell him. Okay. He knows, but I'm going to tell him anyways. All right. So let me do my little prayer. So I close my aura to all but my higher self, the God consciousness, my guides and guardians, and ask Archangel Michael to please protect this channel so it's only of the light. Amen. Hey, you guys. That's their hello. How you doing today? Cool. Okay, I'm going to push you guys back just a little bit. So do you notice the yes and the no on the screen? So that will be, I think only one time I forgot to upload the overlay. So that will help you in case sometimes I don't answer, or sometimes I forget to answer what the response is, but I try to do it most of the time. So okay, so I'm talking to my SGs. So you guys, I asked you earlier, but I want to confirm. Would you rather answer the 20 questions about Jimmy Carter, President Carter, here, or can we ask him to answer the questions? Which is it? So is it okay if we ask Jimmy Carter to come in and answer the questions? Okay, so the answer is yes. Would it be more respectful to allow him more adjustment time? Okay, the answer is no. And I mean, he has free will, correct? So he can choose not to. Yes. So is there any reason, okay, wide swing? Yes. So, okay, so you guys, okay, we got it. So we can trust that he will say that that he wouldn't want to do that right now. And so it's not really, okay, we can trust that. Yep. So is it rude of us? I know this is even describing it that way is very human, you guys, but I'm going to do it from a human perspective here. Is it rude of us to even ask him to come in at this point and answer these questions? No. Okay. All right. Or should I say insensitive? Is it insensitive of us to ask? No. Would it be better if Rosalind came in to ask or answer the questions? No. Okay. All right. So that was basically the first question, you guys, is do we need to allow you more time? Okay. And we will ask. We'll ask. All right. So can you guys, I'm talking to the SGs, can you guys please call upon President Carter and ask him to come join us? Yes. Okay. Okay, President Carter, are you here? What? I just got a little starstruck, to be honest. I've never felt that way before. Oh my gosh, amazing. Okay, well, thank you so much. I've got a little paragraph that I want to read to you, and this is from our community here at Ask the Spirit Guides. words from the community are my community members, as you probably know, but just in case you don't, I'm talking to him. They put together some questions for you, but they want you to know first, President Carter. First of all, they want to thank you for all your efforts to improve the civil rights in the United States, world peace, and your work with Habitat for Humanity. Thank you for loving our country, for your selfless legacy will never be forgotten. So thank you so much. I hope you feel that. So if everybody here watching this video, if you could send big love and hugs to Jimmy Carter, he will feel that. So thank you so much, seriously. You demonstrated so well what a good person can do in leadership. So thank you. Okay, so he's like, yes, yeah, cool. All right. So I have 20 questions here for you. If there's any question you're not comfortable answering, we do not expect an answer. So you can just pause. He knows how to, you know how to use the rods, I take it? Okay. Yes. Okay. All right. Can you show me a no, please? Okay. Thank you. All right. Okay. So, question number one. We just want to make sure that we are allowing you the time and privacy that you need during this important period transition that you're going through right now before asking you questions. Are you comfortable answering the questions that I have before me? Okay, and again, if you're not comfortable with any of them, please let us, just obviously don't respond. Okay, so you're comfortable at this point. We're not invading your time or privacy at this point. Okay, no. All right. Would you prefer if Rosalind came in and answered since she's been passed over for a little bit longer? Okay, no. Okay. All right. Question number 2. Was Rosalind with you while you were still here, but transitioning? Cool. So now I'm curious. Could you, as a human, when you were in your human body, could you see Rosalind's spirit as you were starting to transition? Yes. Cool. That's awesome. Did you feel, was your transition easier because Rosalind was there supporting you? Yes. Amazing. Okay, we're jumping into, some it's so weird because we're going from like, thank you so much, and then, okay, was the assassination attempt on Oh, well, we're just going with it, you guys. All right. Okay, number 3. Was there an assassination attempt on your life while you were president? Okay, the answer is no. All right. Did you guys know of one? I don't remember. Or was there an assassination attempt that was never disclosed to the public? No. Was there an assassination attempt that was disclosed to the public? No. Okay. All right, number 4. And you guys, as I'm going through here, obviously, if you have more questions, we can do a part 2, okay? Because a lot of times this sparks more questions, like it does for me from time to time. All right, number 4. Did you foresee the problems in the Middle East with the fall of the Shah? I forgot how to pronounce that name. In Iran. Okay, this is a long question, so I'm gonna have to break it down. Let me figure out how to pronounce that name. I'm pretty sure I'll have to remember. Hey, look at me. I was pronouncing it right. If you're new here, I have a problem pronouncing names, and my community is very gracious about that. So they know who I'm talking about. Okay. Okay, let me read this whole question and then I might have to break it down for President Carter. So, did you foresee the problems in the Middle East with the fall of the Shah in Iran and takeover by Muslims to institute an Islamic State? Okay, I guess I don't have to break it down for him, but I might have to break it down for myself. So, yes, he did foresee the problems. So that's interesting. Okay. So, did you foresee the problems in the Middle East? It's okay. So, did you perceive the problems in the Middle East with the fall of the Shah in Iran? Yes. So, I'm just wondering, and takeover by Muslims clerics to institute is an Islamic State. Okay, I just don't know enough about it, you guys, to even ask clarifying questions, but he's saying yes. Okay, I don't know if that's a good thing if he foresaw that, but all right. Because I would like to ask follow-up questions like, well, if you foresaw it, what did what'd you do about it, type of thing, but I don't know enough about it, to be honest. Okay, 5. The auto industry nearly collapsed because of foreign imports and poor U.S. quality. Do you think there was something you could have done to prevent this? Oh, yes. Well, again, not something I know a lot about. So there was something, is that in hindsight that you learned something you could have done? Yes. Was there something prior to the collapse that you could have done and didn't do? Oh, okay. No. Okay. All right. So was it just a growing pain for the United States, basically? Okay. Yes. Um, it's on my mind right now because I keep running across things on YouTube about this. So I'm just going to ask. I don't know if it's part of the questions. So, is there a shadow government in the United States? Okay, so that's consistent. They have answered yes before. Is there something called the deep state? Yes. Okay. Were you a member of that? No. Were you controlled by it? Oh, yes. Okay. For entertainment purposes only. I don't know anything about it, you guys, but I know people ask that question. And to be honest, I don't really like thinking about it. I like to believe that I can trust most of the people in government. So, okay. Um, is that something you had no choice? Did you have no choice by that powers? Okay, yes. He had no choice. Okay, interesting. Is that something that you foresee collapsing in the United States? Ah, okay. Yes. Will it collapse by 2030? Yes. Is it in the process of collapsing now? Yes. Is that why we're seeing so much turmoil right now and lying and cheating and at least what appears to be that? Yes. Is it because they're panicking? Yes. Okay. All right. Again, limited knowledge on this, you guys, so the FBI doesn't need to check me out because I don't know enough about it, and frankly, I don't really care, to be honest, because there's nothing we can do about it, but it's interesting anyways. There's plenty of movies and stuff on this, documentaries and that sort of thing, so. Okay, number 6, you served as president from 1977 to 1981. Is that correct? Yes. So President Biden became a senator in 1973, correct? That's a little backstory, you guys. Yes. Did you think Biden was a good senator at that time? Yes. Cool. Did you guys get along? Yes. Do you think, oh, I was just going to ask number seven. I was just going to ask this question and it's number seven. Do you think President Biden is a good president? Did he make a good president? Yes, wide swing, wide swing. Was President Biden controlled by the deep state? Yes. Do you think more so than you were? No. Less so than you were? Yes. Will it be because of President Biden's presidency that that is crumbling? Yes. Would you consider President Biden to be the best president the United States has had thus far? Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting. Yes. Oh, number eight. Should President Biden have remained as the presidential candidate rather than passing it over to Kamala Harris? No. Were you consulted about the change? Oh, really? Yes. Okay. So you fully supported him leaving and turning it over to Kamala to run the campaign? Yes. Do you now still think, now that you're in spirit form, do you still think it was a good idea? Yes. Okay. Number nine, are you and Rosalind in the same dimension currently? Yes. So then the question was, if no, are you still able to be together? So you guys are together right now? Yes. Did your higher self already reincarnate has your higher self been reincarnated in other forms on Earth? Yes. Are any of those in the government right now? Any of those reincarnated? Not reincarnated. So, do you guys know what I'm talking about? I think he knows what I'm talking about, but so I get confused sometimes when I bring this up, but your higher self, my understanding is your higher self, you're down here representing your higher self basically. Your higher self can split off, all right, and have different experiences on Earth or maybe other places or on different timelines or whatever, okay? So this is just stuff I've read, so that's why I'm asking the question. And these are things that they have talked about over and over again. So if you're new here and you're like, what is going on? That's a little explanation of that. So what I'm asking is that since we all have higher selves that are, beyond the veil, which is what some people call it, or in heaven, whatever you're comfortable with, then we basically, again, your higher self breaks off to have different experiences, to evolve, okay? But to evolve in a bunch of different ways, okay? And so like right now, I'm down here representing my higher self as Karen. And my higher self may also be, believe it or not, maybe Marcia, my sister, our higher selves. We've already asked that, and I think the answer is no. I can double check. Are Marcia and I of the same higher self? My sister Marcia? No. I think we asked, this can be a whole nother video, you guys, but I think I asked at one point, and I don't think your higher self splits off in the same exact immediate family, but again, another time. But so anyway, so what I'm asking Jimmy basically is your higher self is, so when you were still on Earth until December 29th, 2024, your higher self has also have a spirit living in another, at least one other human being on Earth. Is that true? Yes. Okay. Was this human being, or is this human being currently in the United States political system? Yes. Okay. Are they in Congress? Yes. Okay. All right. Are they Democrat? Oh, no. It's weird because I had that sense that right when I asked it that the answer was going to be no. So are they there to kind of be a mole? Or are they, yeah, or yes, or are they there to experience what it's like to be opposite of what you were like? Yes. Is this higher self a part of the MAGA? Oh, okay. No. Okay. It'd be kind of fun to identify you guys if we didn't have to go through what, 540 people? It'd be fun to identify who it was. We'd have to go through all 540 though. All right. Let's see. Number 10, did you actually pass away as announced in 2023? So I'm confused by that. Did you actually pass away as announced? I think it is meant to say 2024. I'm thinking. It says 2023. Okay, so did you actually pass away as announced in 2024? Yes. If yes, was your physical body still on Earth? Oh, okay. So you guys meant to ask. Somebody meant to ask 2023. Okay, let me start over. Maybe sometimes when you leave a question, that might be kind of like thinking that I would have no idea. I don't know how you would know that, but this is kind of obscure question. So you could leave maybe like a little background if that's. My sister will put background stuff if she can, but she's probably like, I have no idea what this is about. So, okay, so let me start over. Number 10. Did you actually pass away in 2023? Okay, no. I guess I'm confused because it says as announced. Was it announced in 2023 that you had passed away? Was it announced, you guys? Oh, it was? He's saying yes. Oh, okay. So, okay. All right. So he's saying it was announced. But had you actually passed away? No. Okay. 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 I think we got to the bottom of that. That's interesting. All right. Number 11. Did you choose this time? So December, I think it was December 29th or thereabouts. Did you choose this time to transition in order to help the next administration from the other side? Wide swing, yes. I've heard this, are you helping the are the founding fathers of our Constitution assisting Biden right now? Yes. Are you assisting them as well? Yes. I'm not going to ask it, you guys. I'm not doing it. Yes, wide swing, wide swing. Okay, we are just going to wait and see. Because I've asked a couple of times in the last week. You know I have. That's when I make you raise your hand. I swear, if it doesn't turn out this way, I won't be mad at Karen or her SGs. Okay, let's see. Did you choose this time? Number 12. Will we discover a path forward that will work to prevent school shooting tragedies? Yes. Oh, thank goodness. Will this be in the current decade? No. Okay, but kind of stopping. Okay, so will this be in the next 10 years? No. Is that because we're dealing with so many global issues right now? Yes. Okay. I don't know. Hopefully will school shootings take a back seat with so much other chaos that might potentially be going on? Okay. Yes. Well, let's hope so. Again, our human spirits we're coming down to have experiences, and people involved in those school shootings. I know that's so hard to understand, and we do have to have a full session on soul contracts because I know that is so hard because we've done soul contracts for my feet are falling asleep. I'm sitting on a yoga bolster. Um, we've done full 2 videos now for Trump's soul contract because it's really interesting to get perspective. But I know it is so hard for people to understand, like one woman said, why would my 5.5-month-old daughter who was molested, raped, why would she have chosen that? Right. And so I know that's so hard to get our heads wrapped around. So I want to have that conversation and Coffee with Karen, which if you're new, I do that every morning for the most part. Um, Comes out, I don't know, between 9 and 11 Central Time. So, anyways, I will have that conversation just from what I know, and then people can leave comments because this is community conversation. Okay. So we will have that because I think this soul contract thing, and it's hard to understand like why somebody would be, all the little kindergartners who were shot, and why would they have chosen that, So, well, let's just ask. I mean, those who pass away from school or experience school shootings, have they chosen to be a part of, have that experience? Yes. Okay. Is that to help move us forward? Yes. Okay. So anything that's bad that happens, which humans would think is super negative, super tragic, traumatizing, like disgusting type of stuff, are there any times that we don't choose those experiences? No. So I don't know if that makes people feel better or worse. I don't know. It's something you have to grapple with. And if it doesn't resonate with you, it's okay. Just let that go. Okay. We are here to discover things. We are here to have conversation. This is not about right or wrong because I don't think there's a right or wrong. I think there are trillions of ways to live and to have perspective, and if it resonates with you and it makes you feel better, then that's a good answer for you. If it makes you feel icky, it's not the right time for you to hear that. Okay. And that's okay. It's okay. So it just disregard it. Doesn't mean you have to skedaddle completely, but maybe when I do a soul contract video, it might help you to hear more information about it, or it might not. Maybe 5 years from now, that would be something that comes across your path again. You might go, oh yeah, I'm ready to hear about soul contracts now. Okay. That's the same for all of us. I have those experiences all the time. Okay. All right. So let's see. It just means your soul, your higher being is saying to you, by making it feel icky, it's not the right time. That's not information that's necessary for your growth at this time, basically. Okay. That's how I see it. You guys can please offer your kind perspective because that will help other people learn and get different ideas. So, okay, let's see. Number 13. Did you believe that Ronald Reagan cheated when he beat you? I forgot that he even beat. Oh, yes. So did he cheat? I mean, did you have proof that he cheated? Yeah, what's up with you Dems? So annoying. So the follow-up question was, if no, was Ronald Reagan's fame as an actor enough for him to win? No. Okay. So was Reagan's basically, because Reagan was kind of the start of this whole era of how the Republican Party is. Is that correct? Kind of like, they don't really understand their values. Their values aren't, I'm not even going to get into it. He knows what I'm talking about. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. So, yes. Is this the end? Is Trump going to be the end of that era? Yes. Is Trump's sole contract to bring an end to that era? Yes. Okay. Because when Reagan, I'm going to talk while he answers, but Reagan's, all of that stuff was done really well behind the scenes. Is that correct? Where now, yes. So where now they are just out in the open. We're going to say whatever we want. Yes. Okay. Again, it's really good that it's all out there now. It's all out there to see, All the stuff is coming out from, I was going to say the scum. That seems awfully judgmental, but you know what I mean. So let's just say the dark, let's just say the low vibration. That's a better way to say it. So yeah, he's like, yeah, that was a huge gush he just said. So the low vibration was was his sole contract meant to help the high vibration see the low vibration very, very clearly? If I'm asking that correctly. Yes. Okay. It didn't feel like I was asking that correctly, but I don't know. You guys can help clarify that in another video. All right, number 14. Can you confirm if Joe Biden is a reincarnated founding father? Oh, did we ask that once before? I can't remember. Or just somebody else did. So the answer is yes. Huh. Was he was his higher self, or I say I always fumble around this higher self thing. Maybe I'll just stop talking about it. So is Biden, was he originally Thomas Jefferson? Is he reincarnated from Thomas Jefferson? No. Okay, he's very, very slight. Maybe I didn't ask that correctly. I can tell I'm starting to get tired now. So I'm like, wait, okay, huh? Okay. Breath. All right. See, your energy does make a difference, you guys. So it just makes it harder for them to. He's like, yes, look at. Yes, it does. Okay. So I'm just going to ask it exactly the way it's put in front of me, which is what I should do most of the time. I know. Don't say anything. I got personality too, and questions. All right, number 14. Can you confirm if Joe Biden is a reincarnated founding father? Yes. If yes, was he Thomas Jefferson? Wow. Yes. I feel like we asked that before and somebody said no. Huh. Was he has he been more than one founding father? No. Okay. Wow. Huh. Interesting. Number 15. Was this your last incarnation on Earth? Oh, no. Is that because you have another part of your higher self is already here? Okay, yes. Are you like basically does the Jimmy Carter spirit soul merge? Is it merged now with your higher self? Okay, yes. Okay. Will the part of the higher self that was Jimmy Carter, Ever reincarnate again? Okay. So that just kind of validated, right? Because first he said, no, this is not my last one. And then, yes, he will reincarnate again. Okay. 16. Are you now considered to be an ascended master? No. Okay. Which is consistent if he's going to reincarnate again. Are you going to reincarnate anytime soon? Well, soon and there. Okay. Yes. Will you reincarnate like in 2025? Okay, that might be. Okay. No. 2026? Okay. So it might take, like in our time, that seems like a while, but all right. 17. Do you feel now how much we love and admire you? Yes. Did you feel that from MAGAs? No. Do you understand that it's due to their ignorance? I mean, it basically is. Ignorant is not a bad word if it's yes. Okay. Okay. Oh, I guess that was it. I guess it said 17. Let me just make sure. Um, I don't know. I thought there was 20. It said 20 at the top, but that's okay. So I asked a couple extra questions. All right. So it looks like that is it. So I feel like I'm missing something on the sheet, but it doesn't look like it. All right, you guys. So that was kind of fun. Let me just, I guess I should say goodbye. Actually, let's do this, you guys. So, Jimmy, again, thank you so much for taking the time. I mean, it hasn't been that long since you're kind of getting adapted. So, thank you so much for taking the time to spend with us and answering the questions. Could we ask for a little group hug, please? Especially going into the next week and a half or 2 weeks here, having to deal with 45 and all. Aw, he's giving us a hug, you guys. We'll take any spirit's hugs. All right, I'm going to ask him to hold it for a minute so you guys can feel that. All right. Amazing. Thank you so much, President Carter. We really appreciate it. And anything you can do to help us out on Earth right now with the US government, we would be extremely grateful. Whatever is in our highest and best interest, our highest and best good for humanity, we are asking for any support. I'm doing that on behalf of the community. Any support that you can give us that you feel would be appropriate. And we will hold the light for you as best we can to get that done. So, all right. Thank you so much. He's like, yes. All right, cool. All right, so I just did a little asking of favors. Hey, you got to ask. That's what they say. Got to ask. So hopefully I asked that in the way that people here were comfortable. So, all right. Have an amazing night, and maybe we'll do a part 2. I have a feeling you're going to have more questions. All right. Have a good one. Bye-bye.